In this video, we'll cover working with pages in your new WordPress site, how to edit and change content, and create new pages. So here we go. We're at the home page of our website. We just click in the URL, the title bar, hit / at the very end of the dot whatever it is, .com, .co, and type in WP-admin, just like what was already autofilled there. Hit return. This will bring you to your login screen where you will input your user credentials to log in. This will bring you to the WordPress dashboard. It's just a dashboard, nothing too crazy about it. It just gives you a quick overview of the site, how many pages are there, posts, the version of WordPress that you're running, some site health status. It should be improved. This is a development site that is about to launch, and before we launch, we'll clear this up because we just basically have to commit the updates, and that's why this should be improved, and then it'll be green. So we have a few, a handful of updates that need to be updated, a theme, and which is just the core theme anyways, something we're not even using, but it's a good idea to keep everything in your site updated. Bad thing is that updating your site could break your site. So I implore you to use professional help, whether it's us or another company. Somebody has the knowledge and wherewithal to be able to, run file and database backups beforehand and know how to reverse things if something should go wrong, or troubleshoot that. So I mean, it's easy to update stuff. It's just a couple clicks to go for it, and but without proper backups and kind of a screenshot or a capture of your site before you do so, you take on great risk. Speak with your Drive representative about setting up a maintenance plan if you wish to do so, and we can take care of that on a quarterly, annually, every 6 months, whatever, sounds right for you. But updates come out all the time. You could do it monthly, you could do it, I guess bi-monthly. We have people on all sorts of different plans. Speak to your representative. All right, moving forward, we're going to go and talk about pages. So it has the little page icon next to it. If you have the collapse view, it will look like this. And if you scroll down to the little double page icon, it will give you the pages. You click the button at the bottom to collapse or uncollapse the menu. So we click on pages, it will be a list of all the pages on your website, and it will be paginated. So, you have additional pages. Quick things to note. It gives the name. If you hover over the name, you can click on the title to go into edit it. You can click on the edit button to edit, quick edit, trash it, or preview it. Quick edit gives you a few options, whether you change the actual page name and the slug, which is the URL for the page. You could change the page wrapper to which, the page template rather, to what is being used. You could change it to have, for instance, we have our products here in this particular site are all sub pages, children of a main page called our products. So that, we click on any one of these. Oops, I didn't want to click on it, actually. If I go to quick edit, you can see that the parent is our product. It has a template. You could order these if you wanted certain things to display. So certain functions will take this order into effect. If it's left all the same, it's just going to go by alphabetical order, or publish date. You can change things quickly from published state to a draft state or pending review. Pending review would be typically used if you had, say, like an editing team. Someone would create a draft, and then in order to, part of that workflow to let somebody know that it needed to be reviewed, you'd set it to pending review. Editors would come along and then edit it and publish as necessary. The published date, this can always be changed or modified. And then you would just click the update button in the corner to save your changes. So we'll quickly get into your front page. The home page of the website is marked with this hyphen front page. We talked about drafts before. If it's a draft, it is marked as draft. These are not viewable to the public. You can preview or view them while logged in as an administrator or editor. The blog is set for this is your posts page. So if we go to view this page, it will be our blog feed. And then our home page. So all you gotta do is click on a page to go edit it. And because this is a custom template, there are specific fields and sections that are set up for this particular page and layout. And so if I were to change this, change the template sections, the input fields would disappear in certain places, and it might cause a little bit of havoc. And just to give, I guess, perspective, we'll open up the homepage and view. So we have, we have these sections here: battery, hardware, for faster market products. Has a button, has a picture, and then we can go there. We can scroll down, and we can see that we have this. So it says solutions. So we have a solution 2, a solution 1. So you have your headline, the subtext, the link text, and the link URL, and then the image. To change the image, it's as easy as clicking the X and then just going to the library. So if I click X and then go add an image, it will open up our media library. So here I have different sizes for stuff. This is 1400 pixels wide, a little too large for what we need. So I did, in this case, I had made smaller ones that are, almost a little over half the size. We'll select that. Click the update button to update our changes. So this is how you would do it. Just change the text, click update. All those sections there, all those texts are there. This particular page also has a testimonial section. It's easy as pie. So your testimonial text, if you go to the home page and scroll down with testimonials, take note that the quotes are automatically added to the testimonials, so there's no need to add them in the text here. Your name, position, and then in this case, this is set up with a link where the picture is the logos for these companies, and you can click to go visit their site just by a simple click. And in previous videos, I discussed that these are collapsible. Your SEO fields there. And the SEO, the most important thing to make sure is that you have a focus key phrase set, and that focus key phrase is reiterated, throughout the content of your site and, your images and stuff like that. So I'm not going to get into full-blown SEO strategy. That would be an altogether different video and training course. That's why we have dedicated individuals that handle that, specific piece of the puzzle. And that's working in this, particular template. If I hit pages, I can go down to, we have a product page that has a little bit different setup. This one has our product grid. So we have pictures of our products, the name, the link to their pages. We also have a feature block. So if we look at, this is a good way to see the hierarchy in this section here. The very top of the website underneath the title is the Gutenberg editor style. So this is kind of it's a little more visual. What you see is what you get kind of stuff. You have sections and blocks that you can shuffle and arrange. You can add columns and do some different things. Styling your text is easy. Changing from headlines to different headlines are, just a couple clicks away. Making text bold, bulleting items, numbered bullets, just about, a lot of different things that you can easily and quickly do. And so this list view will help you kind of realize, or, be able to view what's going on in this section here. So sometimes it's hard to click on specific things, so you can actually look at this list view and be able to identify and grab stuff. And that's that. Creating new pages are as simple as just hitting going to the top toolbar, hitting plus new page, or under pages you can hit add new. While we're at the main pages screen, there is a button at the top that says add new as well. We'll click new, type in our title, and this will be our URL for the page as well. So please note that it'll be yourwebsite.com. whatever it is /a-test-page. So whatever you put in this title, it will be, with hyphens between the words, that will become your URL for your new page. The default template has several features that can be used. Call to action banner, you can put testimonials on there, additional content section, a splash hero section, feature blocks, the main header. So let's just kind of we'll dive right in. See this case here, when we have the page header, we are using the feature image, and so we can scroll down. We want to get one of those larger images, right? So we're going to go all the way back down to these big images. We'll click on this one, hit set image, and we're going to publish our page for now, and then we can go view it. So here's our test page with our image. This is overriding the page title. So if I go back, delete this, update it, and now it goes to the default, a test page. We can add additional text in this header. Maybe we had a short statement about you know, the headline, or a small point, short point that we needed to get across. We can add some text there to do that. The feature block section has a specific layout to it, so we're going to copy and add some copy. Let's see, we'll do a little bit more than just one paragraph. We'll do like a paragraph and a half, and we'll just drop that in there. And this also supports an image, so if we use this text without an image, we'll refresh, it just has a blank box. So adding an image is super easy. Click the add image, it will take us right into our media gallery. Select the image you want, click update, refresh the page. Now we have that featured block with an image inside of it. We can come down here, and now we can add one paragraph here. I want to see a button. If you leave the URL blank, you won't have a button. Actually, let's just show you that. So if I don't, this is the splash image section. If we leave the image out, we don't have an image back there, so we got to put an image in. We'll scroll down to where we got the wider, larger images, and we'll just grab something, anything. There we go. Update again. Refresh the page, and now we have a background image. And then if we wanted to put a button, we got to put some sort of link text in there, so we'll update that. And now there's a button. And then, if we want to change the button text, we could customize that and change that as well. New text for button. And there's an additional content section, block 2. So I'm going to add some more stuff here. And this features the old WYSIWYG editor from WordPress, the pre-Gutenberg one. In this additional section. And just like I mentioned before about being able to kind of do it like it's Microsoft Word or something, you can do the same thing, highlight stuff. We can make text bold, any of those things. Apply, and then we're going to update, and then refresh the page, and then we have our additional content section here. It appears before there. Then we've got all that. We're cooking with all that stuff. We have a, you can add a call to action banner too. So click the yes. I'm going to get rid of a lot of this text because I don't need all that. I just want a short little thing. Same thing with the button. If you leave it blank, you don't have a button, showing. So you need to have a URL for the button. And then here's our call to action banner. So we can send them to a link. We can give them some custom text. We can send them outside, or to wherever we need to go. This should be typically used for interior links only, because it is not opening up a new tab. In the blogging videos I discussed internal links versus outbound links. Outbound links, you always want to use a target blank so it opens up in a new tab, so you're not technically abandoning our website, your website rather. And then now I'm going to go up here to the top too. I'm going to add content up here. I am going to create, we'll call a paste our copy that we had before. Actually, I'm just going to use one paragraph, right? And then I'm going to change this to a headline. So all you got to do is click inside the block that you're editing. This is a paragraph. You click on it and you can change it to other different things. In this case, we'll change it to a head. You know what? I'm going to go back. I'm going to leave the other section that I deleted. So I'm going to click on this. I'm going to change this to a heading. I'm going to click on this paragraph and I'm going to change this to a quote. So we have special setup where the text is larger, it's got a different background kind of thing, it separates for special messages, etc. I'll update this, go back to our test page, I'll refresh. Now we have, like I said, our our subheadline text, paragraph, and then our block quoted item. Now we can get even further. We're going to add some different columns. We'll add columns to give ourselves kind of a different flow. So we can just click, below our block quote item and type. You can either hit the plus sign over here, or you could type // and this will bring up, recently used or the most common things. You can also type what you're looking for. So I'm going for columns. I'm going to do a 50-50 split, and then I'm going to add, let's add an image to the top here, and then we'll click the media library, and then we'll click on that image, and then we'll add another image over here. Same one. Let's go this one. Immediately for me, I'm seeing, one of two things. You always want to make sure that pretty much in all cases, you're always going to want to have your image be full-sized. That way you're kind of going to guarantee that it's going to fill up the column or space that it can fit in. This is especially important for responsive images. Also, in order for cleanliness, looking at like two columns, right? I'm going to do two columns with pictures side by side and, paragraph text on it. We might want to make these look equal in their footing by having equal size pictures. So one was 900 by 600 and one's like 900 by 972. So we're gonna just replace the really tall one and see if we can find something that fits. So 675. Okay, so 900 by 675 seems to be one of the most common sizes that I have on here. So the 600 one is, okay, I found another one. Let's do this one. All right. Yeah. So these are set to full size. You can also put alternative text too. This is really important. This is an SEO thing. This is how we can add keywords, but you always want to find a clever way to include your keywords but be descriptive of what's in the picture. Now we can add, once we have our paragraph selected, we can hit return again, and we can paste, oops, let's get some paragraph text. Same thing here, return. Click update, go to our page, refresh, and so we have our stuff. You could also, resize those images. Maybe you want them to be smaller, or we could have them be the thumbnails of themselves. That gives it a different look too. And you might say, hey, I don't like the spacing between these things. It's a little close. So you can go back up here after our block quote, hit return. Oops, not there. Make sure the block quote itself is selected. See, it's now got the box around it. Hit return. And then I can type in forward. And it comes up in the list here, spacer. And so this will just be white space, and you can drag and drop it, or you can resize it in the side here. I'm just going to make it 60 pixels. Click update again, refresh the page, and now it gives that, those sections some breathing room between each other. Let's see here. Go back. Let's make this medium. Update. Now, one thing to note is that because we're doing a 2-column setup, we don't necessarily need to do full size. We can get away probably with using medium. So when you upload an image into WordPress, it actually takes that image and then creates 3 variations of it. So it'll create a thumbnail version at 150 by 150. So it'll crop and resize the image to be very small. Not only in stature, but it brings down the bite size. So if it uses that thumbnail somewhere, it will use less data to transfer it from the server when going to view it. Same thing with medium. It had a smaller size. It was 700 by whatever. Obviously, that is smaller than the full size of the image at 900. So it's a way to save some more bytes to increase your page speed. Speaking of which, photo editing is something that it's really hard to describe in kind of a leader video like this, or a helper video. I use professional tools like Photoshop to edit my images, to crop and resize, to optimize them for the web. I can output optimized JPEGs. I can do WebP, which is Google's more favored image type. So it's a next generation technology. It has better compression without with lower loss of quality. So you probably could stand to save anywhere from 20 to 30% of image size when saving 2 images at the same quality level, WebP versus JPEG. Creating those assets is going to be something one will have to figure out on their own, whether it's the use of professional tools or freewares that can be found on the internet. There are sites that can help you convert your files, websites like TinyPNG that you can crop and resize things and then drag them on here and to get them optimized further. Whether it's a WebP, PNG, or JPEG, it will do all those formats for you. You know, if you can't create a WebP format, you can go to a site like Convertio and take a JPEG and drop it on here to convert it to a WebP. They have a pro subscription which will allow you to bulk edit or convert images. You can also Google to find other, you know, tools out there. There's tons of them. I think Convertio is nice as far as changing to WebPs. It does have a Chrome extension. I use Chrome almost religiously in everything I do, although I use all browsers because I need to. But Chrome's my go-to. So it has an extension for that. Yeah, I mean, it's a great thing. Depending on your builds, or, you know, we could customize them further. TinyPNG actually makes a plugin for WordPress, so that way it can optimize and compress images on upload. It will do so many for free per month. There's a paid subscription. You know, there's lots of options out there. And that's even something that we could consult you on further. It's just, it's not an easy or quick conversation, because it can go so many different ways. And that's kind of in a nutshell about image optimization. So back here to our column section, I believe we're out of it now. So I returned. I can add another, let's see, do / spacer. And then maybe I want to add another image. So I'm going to hit the plus, go to the media library. I want to grab a larger image. That way I know it covers the width of the page. So 1400 by 1050. I think they're all about the same. That was much taller. In WordPress 2, you can also edit images. You can edit their crop. So say something like this, you have a lot of space that you don't want to use. You can actually, you know, get rid of those details that you don't want to see necessarily. Hit return after that. It will crop them. And I will save it. And then now I will scroll back down here. We have our cropped version. I'm going to select that, insert it. It's defaulting to large. Our width on our screen of our interior content is larger than 1000 pixels on the large, so I'm going to move it up to full size. I will update. We'll return back to our page. I'll refresh. Our next image is in there. And this is how we can, you know, build content in pages. In other videos, we talk about how to add new pages to menus and much more. But this should be enough information for you to go through and edit the content that exists on your site. Add new content. You know what? Actually, I'll back up and I'll go. I think about it. We'll do one more thing here. So we're going to return our pages menu. Test page. We're going to quick edit this, and we're going to change it to draft. Now it will no longer be visible on our site. It still may be visible here, just because we are logged in and had it, but no one else will be able to see it. So it's a draft now, but let's go to, and I discussed this more in other places too. Say our product page. And some of these customized template versions here. So easy to add more products. If you hover over them, you'll notice a plus or minus that comes up. There's an add row button at the bottom. If you add row, it will open up a new section. To remove a row, it's as easy as clicking the minus and then hit remove to confirm. But if you go up here, you can add rows in between things or underneath. So same thing, I'm going to remove the row. These items are drag and droppable for positioning, so you can reorder their viewing. So if we go to view the page, we're at our products, so we see them here. I want to flip-flop these two. It's super easy. So all I gotta do is just drag it to reorder it. Click update, refresh the page, and now I've changed the order. So anytime you see some of these things like that, you will have the option in these rows to just simply reorder them by dragging them and dropping them into the new places. So I just reset that. I updated it. I'm checking my work. It has reset itself. Other things to consider: if you scroll down to the bottom, if forever there was kind of like a panic moment that you have, you've edited content and things broke, like bad, something happened that was unexpected, and you don't know how to get back to whatever normal looks like. You can go up. Let's see, where is it now? Is it under here? I start selling you on this, and then I forgot where. I gotta find that in Gutenberg. So if I go to nope. It's gonna be around here somewhere. Everything's a little bit different too. Page revisions. This is what I was looking for. Sorry. It's in a different spot, and outside of the Gutenberg layout version of WordPress. So if we click on revisions, we can actually go and we can restore previous versions of the page based on history. So it'll let you know what the current version is. It auto saves too as you're working. So if something happens, if your computer was lose power, you don't lose your place. It'll auto save it in the browser. It'll store it in a cookie. So there's all sorts of tools to kind of help you find your way if something was to change. And that's that. That should wrap up all the kind of things that you can do with pages, editing them. Please reach out to your Drive representative if you have further questions. If things look, slightly different on your build versus this one, or if you run into a snag and you can't get yourself out of it, we'll be always there to help you. So just reach out to your sales representative, and we'll talk to you soon. Good luck.